All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And I wanted to do this lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying and exhorting to the elect. And as you can see in the title, keep trucking, we almost there. All right, keep trucking, we almost there. Now, for those who have been paying attention to the things that have been going on in the world, right, the current events and so on and so forth, you should be excited, right, knowing and seeing how far things have come, right? Imagine like when you first, at least for those that have known about the truth, right, for some time, when you first came into the truth, all the things that you heard, right? Remember, the message is still the same, right? The prophecies, they're still the same. So all the things that you heard when you first came into the truth, you are now this much closer to the fulfillment of those things, right? Compared to when you first started or when you first heard about it, right? Like looking back, imagine, how far along things have come, right? On the road of prophecy. And now as things get closer and closer, they get faster and faster. The move from cash, away from cash, more towards digital currencies. Okay, and you'll start to see how the prophecy of the MOTB is going to fit very smoothly and seamlessly into time, right? And what I mean by that is, as time goes on, and you see how the world advances, right? When it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, I believe it's the 6th chapter, right? The angel told Ezra not to haste above the highest, for he doesn't move nor stir, right, the times till the said measure be fulfilled, roughly paraphrasing. So the Most High is not gonna speed forward something he is set to happen at a specific time, meaning that whether we like it or not, we're gonna have to go through the whole process, of however long or whatever events the Most High has arranged to happen before one particular event, namely what we are looking for, ends up coming to pass, right? So if the Most High says, hey, this child has now been born, and once they're 25 years old, it's when X, Y, and Z is going to happen, he's not going to do a time skip like you may see in some of these movies, where they show the child in their infancy, and then they do a little time skip and say like 10 years later or 20 years later, this is the child. No. But the Most High is not working that way. You're gonna have to wait those 25 years to see that fulfillment of what it is that this child had to accomplish, right? And such is the way of prophecy today. So when it comes namely to the MOTB, it has to play out how the Most High set it up to play out. And seeing this embracing of this like digital asset world, tokenization of things, you're starting to see how that CT, conspiracy theory concept, right, that people thought it was before, now starts to seem more real. In fact, it seems so real that people are actually using it today, right? There are companies and businesses that do run and use the MOTB, and they had their different brand names, right? Different countries, but they use it in one way, shape, form, or another. And I remember just at camp just recently, right, on Saturday, one of the brothers, Elisha, he mentioned that I forget exactly I said it, but he was speaking about something, and the nurse or the hospital lady, right, ends up saying that soon the C-hip is going to be inside you, right? Like I said, I forget exactly how he worded it leading up to that point, but she ended up saying that. So now you think about it, right? This is now something coming out of average individuals' mouths, right? This isn't something that sounds so foreign, so strange anymore. When you mention it to people, or when the subject of it comes up, everybody sort of looks at it as, oh yeah, that's just like the next step or the next phase in the evolution of digital money, or the evolution of the financial system, right? It's leading up to cashless society, which also means digital money, which we know is really, at the end of the day, just computer programs. This so-called digital money is just computer programs. It's not, But anyway, computer programs backed by fiat, right? Faith in it gives it that power, and you use it for whatever you use it for. Okay, but the moral of this lesson is that seeing those things is a sign or a step closer for us to our deliverance. Like, keep in mind, when we get excited about the the prophecy of the market, the MOTB, or geopolitical tensions that we know is going to lead to World War III, don't get it twisted, right? It's not that we are just so in love with the CHIP. Like, we're so excited for it to come out because we want to go and take it, or we're so excited for it to come out because that's like we're longing for that period of time when it comes out and we get to live in a world like that. No, don't get it twisted. That's not the goal or the objective here. All right, the scriptures tell us that it's going to be an hour of temptation. It's going to be a time of tempting. It's not going to be a fun, easy, smooth ride. So ain't nobody out here excited to go and suffer. We're not excited to go and suffer. We understand that is, you could say, one of the last stops before what it is that we actually want. Okay, so because of that, we're excited for it, because it is the stepping stone to lead to the kingdom, which is what we really want. Okay, we're not crazy. We're not that crazy. Here it is. We're excited for nuclear war because we want to burn with people. Hell no. What the hell? No. But we know that that's going to usher in what it is that we actually desire. The kingdom, right? The kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven that has been spoken about in so many different contexts, over centuries, right? Well, that very same kingdom is now going to be manifest in our lifetime, right? Lord willing. And I say Lord willing because Lord willing we're alive to witness the return of Yahushua. But all of that is going to happen. There's going to be a lot of major events that are going to happen, and the most important thing, as the scriptures say, the Lord said it via his angel in Revelation 22, hold that fast which thou hast, right? And let no man take thy crown. So what we have right now is the most precious thing. It's like holding on to an asset that is supposed to blow up. It's supposed to go viral in sometime in the future. But right now, it hasn't gone viral yet, so it seems almost like it's worthless. But its worth is really time, because in the future of whenever that is, this asset's gonna just it's gonna become like one of the most rare things out there, and people are gonna kill for it. That's like what we have. That's like the investment that we have now. That's like what it is. It's an enduring, and yeah, the connection ain't doing too good out here. Connection ain't doing too good, but we're gonna do it anyway, right? So hold on to that investment, and don't let time deceive you. Don't let time rob you out of that investment, man, because this is the investment. If there's only one investment you're ever gonna make in your life, let it be in this truth. Okay, because this we're not talking about being rewarded for a lifetime. We're talking about being rewarded for eternity. And as a matter of fact, we're already ahead of the game. The Lord made us Israelites. That already puts us ahead of, like 17 other nations. That already puts us ahead of billions of spirits. And then amongst us being Israelites, the Lord Lord willing, made us one of a part of the ones whose spirits are obedient unto Him, who are even closer to receiving the special portion of that salvation. So we've got something real, and guess came and fell in our laps. The shoulder and said, "Here." You know, he tapped you on the shoulder, you turned around, and boom, he threw the coin to you. Here, there you go, it's yours. And in a righteously deceptive way, he said, do with it as you will. Do what you want with it. That's your coin. You had some individuals that had it, that didn't utilize it, they didn't see the worth, they didn't see the value, they got distracted by other things, and then they threw their coin somewhere. Now they're not in this truth anymore because they didn't value it. But then you have other individuals who held on to that and said, you know what, I'm holding on to this until I die, you know, or until I get to cash it out, because I'm sure this is gonna yield some real hefty gains. Okay, and that's what we want. You know, at the end of the day, that's what we want. So we're seeing these things coming up, and I'm speaking as though I'm gearing up to wrap it up. But that's because, you know, around here the connection ain't too good. So before it drops, I'm trying to get out the good parts. You know, I'm trying to get out the good parts before the connection drops. You know, you're making food. You wanna get the good parts before you get full. So that's the point. You know, we're seeing the door of prophecy right before us. We're seeing the MOTB. We're hearing about nuclear war talks, not by speculators, not by David Ikes, and no, we're hearing about talks of nuclear war by the exact people who are going to be partaking in those nuclear wars. It's going to be one nuclear war, but those that are going to be partaking in that nuclear war, those key players. We're hearing talks about war from the key players who are going to be in that war fulfilling that prophecy. They're actually telling you out of their mouth, hey, yeah, we're on the brink of fulfilling this prophecy here. Okay, so in terms of mindset, it's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when. It's a matter of what event provokes or triggers it. You know, what pushes them over the edge? What straw breaks the camel's back? You know, that's where we're at. All right. Right. So if there's going to be anything you take from this lesson, you know, hold that fast which thou hast, right? As the scriptures say, you know, and then continue to endure unto the end, because this reward is going to be the greatest thing that you've ever experienced in your existence. Anyway, Lord willing, this is edifying and exhorting to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. And until next time, Shalom.